7 things that make a man see you as wife material. So, you've been in a relationship for a while now, and you feel like it is evolving, but you don't know how to make a step towards something more serious. If you love the guy you are with and see yourself in a marriage with him, then you must wonder if he sees you that way as well. Women quickly and eagerly make the transition from one phase of their relationship to another. Men struggle a bit with that. They may need more time to shift from one stage of the relationship to another mentally. That may be why he hasn't popped the question, even though you're ready to answer it. Of course, these things should not be rushed in any way, but there are some things you can focus on that might help your man understand that you are the right woman for him. Let's start with the first. Before we begin, subscribe to Modern Love Potion because every video you watch will transform you into a woman high-value men can't resist. So click or tap the subscribe button now to not miss out. Number 1. Exclusivity. A relationship that isn't exclusive cannot turn into a marriage, or if it does, it might take a long time. Let him know you want to date exclusively. If it's still early days in your relationship, you need to make sure he values you as a prize to be won and cherished, rather than a good enough relationship until something better comes along. If you're still seeing other people, stop. You want to show that you're serious about this guy. If he's seeing other people, ask him to stop. Tell him you've decided to be exclusive, and you hope he will too, because you're really seeing this going somewhere. If you're a brand new couple and haven't started having sex yet, consider waiting until he agrees on being exclusive. Whether you want to admit it or not, men may not see a woman who's eager to hop in the sack too soon as wife material. Moving too quickly sexually may indicate to him that you're not looking for anything serious. It'll be hard to undo that perception later. Number 2. Spend time together during the day. It's easy for couples to spend time together during the evenings and get into a groove when dating every weekend. Hanging out only at night means that sex may likely be a part of every date, but it doesn't have to be. The longer you're together, the less you need to rely on sex as a tool to bond with your man. Conversations and shared experiences will also go a long way to cementing the bond you share. Trying something new in your dating routine could elevate your relationship and make you a wife material. Number 3. Tear down your walls. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Open up to him and let him do the same. Married couples eventually know basically everything about one another. They've shared their secrets, their insecurities, and their lifetime of stories. You may not be there yet in terms of knowing one another so well, but you have to work up to it. Start by opening up to your boyfriend. Be vulnerable to him. After all, if you can't trust him, you wouldn't be with him, right? Especially not looking for marriage. Realize that when you open up to him, you also create space for him to open up to you. This isn't easy for most guys. Number 4. Show genuine interest in him. Pay attention to your man, what he loves doing, what makes him happy, and genuinely show interest in those things. If you can't show interest in what he's excited about, how can you expect this relationship to last? Even if you're not into science or sports or woodmaking, you should be into him enough to be happy to see him get enthusiastic about something. Number 5. Don't base your relationship on sex only. Try to get the excitement and fun in your relationship out of the bedroom. This does not mean you should stop having sex with your boyfriend simply because you want him to see you as good wife material. Not at all. But realize that you want him to see beyond your sexy lingerie. You want him to be able to picture walking up to you each morning. You want him to be excited about all those silly little things that make up a marriage, like picking up dry cleaning, planning vacations, and remodeling a home together. When you first start a relationship, the sex is usually the hottest it will ever be. You may be unable to keep your hands off each other, but once you get out of that honeymoon phase, you want something more meaningful. Sex in the beginning, especially, helps you bond, but then it's the significant relations that keep the relationship going strong against time. Hey, are you liking the video so far? If so, I have good news. Make sure you like and subscribe to Modern Love Potion, because every video you watch will transform you into a woman high-value men can't resist. and you'll never miss our videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, if you have a story you want to share with me or other people watching this video in the Modern Love Potion community, write a comment below. Okay, so where were we? Number 6, be yourself. Don't tone down your awesomeness just because you're in a relationship with someone. Eventually, your true nature will come out, and it may be a shock to his system that you suppressed who you really are in favor of who you thought he wanted you to be. Be yourself. If this guy can't handle you, he's not the one for you. Number 7, let him be himself. Just like you should be able to be yourself in the relationship, you should let your man be himself in the relationship too. Make sure you're okay with him being himself and not trying to change him. I encourage you to be yourself as you try to figure out what makes a woman wife material. So you should give him space to be himself. Consider whether you put any expectations on him. Do you snap at him whenever he starts whistling? Have you forbidden him from his favorite pastime, like hunting? Did you criticize things he does? If so, you're not letting him be himself. All people have flaws. You're not perfect yourself either. So realize there is a difference between annoying but acceptable quirks and deal breakers. Accept the small things that irritate you out of love and let him show his true nature. That's the only way for the relationship to survive and turn into a successful marriage eventually. And just a note, if you have a long list of things you'd like to change about your man, he's probably not the one you want to marry. Please hear me on this. You cannot change another person. You can change your attitude towards him and his flaws, but if you can't get past certain things, it's time to move on. You have to step up your game and become the wife material that he is after. All of these things should come naturally to you, and you should not fake anything. A marriage is a long-term process and has to come genuinely. While you work on being the best damn girlfriend possible, you'll reap the benefits because it'll all become second nature. Even if you weren't the best listener before, trying harder and seeing his positive reaction will reinforce the behavior and get you to do it more. As you learn it's okay to challenge him, you'll loosen up and feel more able to be yourself around him. Trying to show that you're wife material will actually make you wife material. But no plan is foolproof, because every man and every relationship is different. If you've done everything you think is possible to position yourself as the ideal bride-to-be, and he's still not biting after some months or even years, consider sitting down and having the talk. After dating for some time, you will already know how he feels about marriage. If he swore to you when you first started dating that he'd never, ever, ever get married, it's your fault if you let things continue, hoping he'd change his mind. He probably won't. But if he's indicated that he's interested in getting married and hasn't made moves in that direction, ask if something has changed. He may open up about an issue you didn't realize the two of you had, and that's a great opportunity for some dialogue about it. But know that in general, men move more slowly than women towards the ultimate commitment. Give him time and space to work up to it his own way. If you want to know how likely your chances are to get back with your ex, click our Ex Back quiz in the first description below. Also, if you want to see our best videos, click the videos on the screen now. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss out on any of our videos, and I'll see you next week.